Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about what works for the narcissist and why it works for them, and not necessarily for you, but you think it does at the time. The narcissist loves to use negative reinforcement with you, with everyone really is an understatement. Back when we were talking earlier, we were talking about how the narcissist doesn't like you is really an understatement, that they actually loathe you for a number of reasons, from that you have some skill that they don't possess, that you actually have the to even as much as even a spiritual light that they certainly don't possess. Whatever it is, they're jealous of you, they don't like you, they even maybe fear you a little bit, but not for the same reasons that you fear the narcissist. Narcissists love to use fear, anger. They love to invoke jealousy into you. They love to use shame and guilt. That's a big one. They love to bring up something that, some perceived slight that you did to them. Maybe it was even maybe it was something that you have done that, people are human, that they exaggerate, they blow it out of proportion, and they keep it front and center for decades. All the while, mind you, they're discounting and minimizing their actions toward you. Why do they do this? Why would someone want to engage in this kind of behavior, especially with someone that's in a close relationship? Sometimes I mention business meetings and loose relationships, and people have to use certain, like obeying the law, let's say. Most of us obey laws because there's a fear behind that law. There's something that could happen negative to you, like if you speed, you might get a speeding ticket. But when it's with close relationships, they don't really have, I guess to say that they're heartless is really another understatement. They see people around them as a utility. And so this utility is going to do what I want at the time. It doesn't even have to be consistent. They just do it because of their own twisted wants and their own twisted desires and whatever's going on in their messed up minds at the time. So anyway, they use fear and anger and jealousy, and they evoke these fears or invoke them in you to get you to do what they want. Why? Because it works. Simple. It's just simple as that. It works very well for them. Think about it. Think how many times you have rolled up on the narcissist. He or she has that shitty look on their face. You can tell, you can feel it when they start in there. You can tell when they're even about to, if you've been around one long enough, you can tell. And so you immediately go into either defense mode or the offense mode of trying to handle the situation. So-and-so is upset, you're a loyal whatever, husband, wife, etc. So being the person who's going to fix this, you start to engage in activities that you think will alleviate the situation, because nobody likes being abused by narcissists. Nobody that comes to these platforms and this discussion enjoys it, I don't think. And when we finally wake up to it, we become more than a minor threat to the narcissist. I'm going to talk a little bit about that by the end if I remember. But it works. It works very well. Look, when somebody has a contract with you, let's just for instance, say a marriage contract with you, there's a lot of power that they wield over you. And a lot of times they don't show their true colors until you're in that contract. And then you're like, man, I could get fucked really easy in this deal, So you learn to mind your P's and Q's, no matter how crazy it is, no matter how shitty they treat you. You learn to mind your manners with these monsters, these heartless, again, I use the term people loosely. Another thing they like to do, the one that I was talking about earlier, it occurred to me, is shame. They love to shame you. They love to make you feel less than what you really are. I promise, anybody that's watching these videos, I guarantee you're 100 times more than the narcissist ever treated you. It's a common denominator with them, that they will encourage or talk great about this other person, and they know it bugs you. Talk about this person or how great they are. but somehow you're left out of the equation. That's a good way to shame someone, and it's even a reverse shame. It's you don't even really see what they're doing. You just know that, oh, you've left this gap here, and if you're like me, it takes a really long time to even perceive that that's happening. So they use the fear, they use the shame, jealousy. They love to make you jealous, and this goes for the guys and the gals too. Love to make you jealous. So as you're busy trying to appease the narcissist and do everything the narcissist likes and always trying to pick up the pieces and clean up the messes that they make, the narcissist is making sure that you know, this kind of goes along with the shame as well. They know, let you know that you're not good enough. She's good enough or he's good enough, but not you. So, which is, again, this is how they keep you going. So you're striving for more and more and more. You continue to try to appease them. I did say, excuse me, I did say in another video that this actually can work. There's silver lining to all these. It could actually work for you in a way if you are continuing to work on yourself. Sometimes you can come away, excuse me, from when you do finally get no contact, you can come away with some skills. Maybe you're a little better than you were before, but it wasn't because of the narcissist. It's because you are the type of person that actually tries to make yourself better, you know, self-improvement. Something the narcissist knows nothing about. They have zero idea about self-improvement because it's all your fault. There was a time when I finally looked, I realized, like, there can't be anything else. I mean, I've done everything I can do to, you know, 9 out of 10 on this. I mean, come on. There's got to be a day that I'm not punished for something, you know. And I knew that it didn't happen. And that was finally the breaking point for me. This is when the narcissist begins to turn up the heat on you. When they finally figured out that you figured them out, man, then it goes into overdrive. So you got to watch out. Even if you're starting to figure out the narc, be easy, be careful. Don't let them know anything that you know. Don't change how you behave. Don't change the plans, because once they get wind of that, they know that you're on the way out. They're going to be first to the punchline, and they're going to make it as devastating as possible. So they love to use fear. They love to use anger to make you angry, to get you to twist off, pushing that button over and over and over. I can't tell you how many times I bit my tongue with one narcissist in particular when I finally left the intoxicated voicemail. That kind of got me thrown over the edge with one of them. But it wasn't like it just happened overnight. You're just like, God, what's it going to take for you to treat me like just a human being? But you're not a human being to them. So anyway, that's my bad, my fault. That was my mistake. But, you know, you can see how it could happen. So they use your anger against you because they're going to show, if you twist off, man, they're going to show everybody, see, I told you, this guy right here is out of his mind. They don't talk about the 20 years of abuse that you suffered at these people's, this narcissistic gaslighting and silent treatment, stabbing you in the back and talking behind your back to everybody. They don't bring that up. Just that point where you finally lose control. So don't lose control. So the fear, anger, jealousy, they love to use that. Anything that twists you off and causes chaos for you keeps you subservient to them. It's sick. It's completely unnecessary. There's no reason to behave like this if you're just simply not a complete human being or not wired right. That's what they do. It's unfortunate, though. It takes people like me, my God, it took me forever to understand what was going on because it was happening on so many not levels, but well, yeah, levels too, but directions between so many of them. I didn't realize what was going on, and I just kept looking in the mirror. I kept going, it's got to be me. And well, you know what? You can only look in the mirror so long. You can only do so much self-improvement. You can only jump through so many hoops before you finally start to look at them. Like I said, that's when they're going to turn up the heat. So be very, very careful. And on that note, remember, you can't always go no contact right away. You're going to have to go gray rock for a while. Might be for a decade. I don't know. So just be very, very careful. And then when you can finally go no contact, that is when you finally win the game. And it is a long game sometimes, folks. It is not easy to get through the traps that the narcissist has set for you. Really, really difficult stuff. So anyway, I am glad to see everyone again. This is Friday. I'm not going to be able to make a video, but I kept trying to do this once a week deal. So I'm going to put this out today because I will not be here tomorrow to put the video up. And so I wanted to share it with you early. So I hope that's okay. All right. So fear, anger, they love to use it. Jealousy. Oh, they love to use that stuff against you. Don't let them. Don't let these bastards win. Don't. Bitches, bastards, all of them. Just don't let them win. And you have plenty of tools here to make that happen in your favor before you go. No contact. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off. It's good to see y'all again, and I hope to see y'all again real soon. Thanks.